We're going to go ahead and call this regular council meeting to session. New business, we have approval minutes of March 6th, 2023 and March 11th, 2023. If I can get a motion to approve those minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of March 6th and March 11th.
Can we get a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Ms. Little,
Yes.
Mr. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Benj,
Yes.
Mr. Jervis,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Green.
Yes.
The next thing on the agenda is we're going to let Ms. April Gooden speak to you guys about a project that she has.
Yeah, so I'm April Gooden. I'm with Home Helpers Home Care. However, I'm here today for the Alzheimer's Association. So as you may recall, we did the second annual Walk to End Alzheimer's here in Model County in London actually last year. Our original plan had to alternate between London and Corbin each year. So such a success last year here in London, so we decided just to kind of keep it here. So I would like approval to shut down a couple streets possibly, maybe not. I'll work with Randy and he usually is very helpful as far as like what streets can be closed and whatnot. So the walk would be September 30th this year.
Okay. Sounds great.
September 30th, you said?
September 30th, yes, it's a
Yeah.
Saturday.
And you're with the Alzheimer's?
Yes,
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's Association.
Okay.
So we have one this month also?
No,
sorry.
that.
No, that's a
that's,
different organization.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
that's right.
Parkinson's.
That's
You're
part,
probably
yeah.
thinking-
Well-
Got mixed up, yes. It's for
So-
autism, I'm sorry.
Autism.
Oh, autism.
Not the
Okay.
We
same.
got it all, yeah.
I
Get
make
it
a
mixed up.
motion that we accept that and allow them to do that walk.
Do you know what streets you're using? Does that matter to
So
us?
I've talked to Randy some, and we've booked both areas, the town center maybe, and then the farmer's market. So we've not decided yet which location. So depending on where we host the walk itself will depend on which roads we close.
How long will the roads be closed?
Maybe an hour. But
You don't have
we're-
anything to gauge it by like last year or anything, or is this first time?
No, should have something to gauge it by, but honestly, it's kind of chaotic and,
Okay. That plays into, an artist.
I know the Kentucky
part.
Games was going on, and so it lasted less than the Kentucky Games, so.
Yeah.
A motion
Sounds
has
great.
been made.
Yeah.
Second the motion.
Roll call.
Ms. Little,
Yes.
Mr. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Benj,
Yes.
Mr. Jervis, Ms.
Yes.
Green.
Thank you.
Thank you, April.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'll talk to Randy about it. Next thing on the agenda is the approved resolution number 2023-07. This is the Homeland Security Grant that me and Eric has been working on. Eric, do you want to talk about this a little bit with them?
What the grant will allow us to do is the grant will allow us to equip the cruisers at the police department with more updated equipment, newer updated equipment. The software which is on it now is going towards the end of life, and we need to get that squared away, and it'll be a huge help to the city if we can get that.
So essentially the CADs that we currently have, the program is going to be obsolete. So either the city has to come up with the money and purchase it all, or we utilize this grant, which would cover the replacement of the CADs and put us into a new Windows 11 program.
Does this have anything to do with the trunking system we talked about before?
No,
Totally
this is
separate?
just the CAD systems in the units.
Yeah, sounds great, okay.
Now, how much is the grant for?
Well, right now, we're asking for an estimated anywhere between $90,000 to $100,000.
Would that be enough to cover what y'all need to do?
We're figuring around 3,000, maybe a little more, a little less per cruiser, and we need at least 30.
28 of
So
them, 30 of them.
it is gonna be close. And I mean, that'll be, if we get the grant, that's no cost, it's 100%. So that'll be no cost to the city.
Yeah, this ain't a matching. It's not 80/20, it's 100% coverage. So if you guys are good with it, we
I'm
just,
good with it.
Yes.
Motion to
Sec-
accept.
second,
I'll second.
roll call.
Mrs. Little,
Yes.
Mr. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Benj,
Yes.
Mr. Jervis, Mrs. Green.
Thank you, Eric. Next thing on the agenda that we have is reappointment of Ms. Pruitt to the London Board of Adjustments. Been serving there, don't have any issues, so
I'll make a motion.
Yeah, I second that.
okay, roll call?
Ms. Little,
Yes.
Mr. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Benj,
Yes.
Mr. Jervis,
Yeah.
Mrs. Green.
Yes.
The next one is the reappointment of Barry Cup to the London Planning and Zoning Board. Again, served on it.
I make a motion to accept.
Second?
Second.
Ms. Little,
Yes.
Mr. Young.
Yes.
Mr. Benj.
Yes.
Mr. Jervis.
Yes.
Mrs. Green.
Yes.
The next ones is approve Mr. Handy and Mr. Patel for the appointment of the Business Development Board.
I make a motion to accept the,
Yeah, I've got a question. I thought, were all those seats already filled, or was this, I was thinking that we said that all those seats were filled for all that. I didn't know if somebody couldn't be on it, or if these were additional seats.
or do they rotate? They rotate, don't they?
Well,
This is the new board.
so we had
This is-
one resign,
So they won't
and we had
rotate.
one position that was open that wouldn't, this is the brand-new board that Jens just started this, Jens just passed. So one individual resigned, which I'll put it into email to you of who that was. And so Handy is going to replace that individual, and then the Patel was one of the persons that was next in the list.
Is this Patel, is that the guy that owns the hotel out by the interstate?
No, I think this guy does. Yeah, I don't really know him, but I believe that is correct.
Tourism. Okay, I'm just curious about the same guy.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
Okay.
Motion to accept.
I need a second.
Second, roll call.
Ms. Little,
Yes.
Mr. Young,
Yes.
Mr. Benj.
Yes.
Mr. Jervis.
Yes.
Mrs. Green.
Yes.
The next thing on the agenda is to approve Ms. Roundtree to the A.R. Dyke Cemetery Board. And we do have, Carol reached out to all the board members currently to set that board up. So we'll get that to you guys if some of you want to attend that. Of course, we don't want to create a quorum, but I think it's important that three of you show up anyway. That way you can kind of give your opinion of where the way we need that board to go
Okay.
with the financial difficulty it's having.
I wouldn't care to go.
Yeah,
But all the
I
rest-
wouldn't care
We
to.
we got 2 volunteers here, so form a 3-person committee and just say, okay, these are the ones that's going, I guess. Who else wants, you want to, Holly, Justin? I don't care,
I don't know.
but that'd be the easiest way to handle it, because you got 2 that
It
already
doesn't
wants to.
matter.
Whoever wants to go. We can talk about it later. I
Yeah.
guess.
That'd be fine.
Is it just, did all the people that we appointed before stay? Or did some- did you have-
Yes, they are.
They all stayed? Okay, good. Sounds good. I'll make the motion to accept.
Second,
I second it.
next thing we have on the agenda is the police chief report.
She didn't take roll call on it last.
Oh, sorry, roll call. Sorry, chief.
Mrs. Little,
Yes.
Mr. Young.
Yes.
Mr. Benj.
Yes.
Mr. Jervis.
Yes.
Yes.
Mrs. Green.
Okay, now,
All right, for the month of March, the London Police Department opened 72 criminal cases, took 25 incident reports. On collisions, I had been reporting on the total number of collisions, as a whole. And I got to thinking the other day, I was listening to the radio, and I bet I heard them give out 7 or 8 parking lot fender benders. We're never going to be able to prevent those, and no matter how much traffic enforcement we do, we're going to always have parking lot fender benders. So I decided I'm going to start reporting on injury collisions, because that's what we're looking to prevent, to keep people from getting hurt and obviously killed. So I went back to November. In November, we had 13 injury collisions. December, we had 14. January 8, February 6, and March 5. So we're reducing those injury collisions each month. Hopefully we'll stay on that track. Total number of citations, 2,181. I want to clarify something here. I saw some comments that somebody was making. That does not mean that 2,181 people got a citation in the city limits. What that means is, like, if I stopped Bobby here and I wrote him a ticket for speeding and no seatbelt, that's 2 citations. Okay, so I wanted to clarify, that does not mean that over 2,000 people got a citation. That means 2,181 citations were written to however many people. So I wanted to clarify that. We answered 1,533 calls for service in the month of March, and we had 222 criminal arrests. I'm going to give you the quarterly activity for our new drug interdiction task force. For the first quarter of its existence, they have seized 4 pounds of methamphetamine, 34 grams of cocaine, 1 gram of heroin. I forgot to write the marijuana down. It's like 30-some grams of marijuana. And they either seized or recovered $118,487 in U.S. currency, and they have seized 7 guns from drug dealers.
That's all just in the city?
No, not that. The task force, that is the Laurel County Sheriff's Office, London Police Department Drug Interdiction Task Force that's funded by Appalachian HIDA, and that's all over this area, Laurel County area.
1,500 calls for service, is that about average?
That's actually up a little bit. Last month we had 1,000, and I think maybe the month before we had 1,000. Usually 1,000, 1,100, 1,500's up is up. So
That's just for the city police, though, that's not the drug.
well,
or
no, that's
Yeah,
not
that's just for-
that's for the London Police Department. Yeah.
What's that, call for service?
Somebody calls and we answer. But now that would include like a walk-in complaint. Like if you walked into the police department and wanted to report your wallet stolen, a CAD would be made on that, and that would count for a call for service. Yeah.
So back when you gave your first stats, first time I heard them in January, that you gave a number in December, like 175. Is that total charges, or is that separate citations?
That was citations, yeah.
Yeah, that was so. Yeah, for if I remember correctly, the total number of citations written in December was 171.
Something I was guessing.
But and again,
Charges,
that's total charges for citations. Yes.
total charge, yeah.
Thank you.
Question? Thank you.
All right, Fire Chief. Thank you, Chief.
For the month of March, the fire department responded to 6 motor vehicle crashes, 3 vehicle fires. We had 1 police assist, 14 fire alarms. We responded to 9 EMS calls. During the storm, we had a tree on a house. We assisted with 5 different incidents where power lines were down. Removal of trees from roadway, we done 2 of those. We had 1 grass fire, 3 community assistance. We had 5 code enforcement illegal burns, 1 possible structure fire, elevator rescue, 75 pre-plans in our business places. We done 7 school educational events. We done 970 man-hours of training. Also, the Fire Commission had 3 grants out. We applied for all 3, and we received 2. One was an AED grant, which was 100% funded, and the other one was a 4 gas meter, which was 100% funded.
And that pre-planning is really important because the fire department goes into the businesses and they pre-plan with them on their emergencies and stuff. So Cronum's been heavily active in getting that done across the city with all the business owners. So we appreciate the fire department.
Yes, we did.
Next thing on the agenda, thank you, Chief. We'd have Randy Gay is going to request bids for information regarding the road signs. Randy, you want to talk to him about it?
Yeah, on Pawnee and Chinook, Miss Holly knows that and good. We installed a couple of stop signs coming out of McDonald's, and people still running. But as you come into the stop sign there at Pawnee, it makes a T. So there's really no place. The stop sign is on a pole on the other side of my completes. There's no way to put it. So what I kind of suggest is that we make Chinook straight through and make the stop sign at Pawnee with a good stop bar and everything right there.
Makes
That's
sense.
fine with everybody there.
Yeah, I agree. I think that makes sense.
Well,
Yeah, it makes a
kind
lot
of,
more
and I had
sense.
one lady call in actually 2 weeks ago and complain about the same thing, so that just kind of made us decide we wanted to go on and do it. And then we're wanting to bid a tractor with a boom mower on it, and we'll probably have to take bids for it. But we've kind of got specs and everything. We'll get with Miss Carol if you all agree, and
Had we
she can,
decided to get, to lease some of this equipment? What had we decided at the first of the year? We talked about leasing stuff versus buying. What did y'all think?
So we was able to look at leasing on some of the sanitation equipment. We checked in some of the others. It was crazy amount of money for the tractors and stuff. We would be better off to purchase, especially like the boom that he's asking for, which will greatly reduce some of our workers' comp claims too, where these guys are in embankments and cutting trees down.
Yeah.
But the leasing option, it would be more expensive in the long run if we went that route with them pieces of equipment.
Okay.
with
So
a
we
bun-
weigh it out on each piece of equipment then.
Right. We
Lease
could
versus
benefit
purchase.
through the sanitation department on like the garbage trucks, some of them.
Yeah.
But, again, it's, if you're in a position that you can buy, you're better off to buy versus leasing.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of
Would-
grants for the garbage trucks.
Yeah, and they do apply, like the one that you did approve where they're buying the biggest portion of it and we paying for the chassis. So there is things like that will save us money.
The
on
new
that.
sidearm is on the road already. It started work this morning.
Yeah.
The new sidearm.
I make a motion that we approve Randy's request to get bids.
A
Okay.
second.
Thank you all.
And the road signs. I
And then
guess,
the
is
road
part
sign
of that.
is good with that
Oh,
concept
yeah, I was
too?
good with that.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah. I'll
Give it a
second
second.
that.
Second.
Roll call?
Okay. Ms. Little?
Yes.
Thank
Mr.
you, Randy.
Young?
Yes.
Mr. Benj? Mr. Jervis?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
And now we're to Mr. Phillip, the Public Works Director, with his report.
First off, let me say thank you all for giving me this opportunity. I plan on doing a really good job. I want to also say I've got some good people down there. I've especially got to say thank you to Randy. He's rode me around the first couple days and kind of showed me how things go, and I kind of felt like I was in a side cart with him there on a little motorcycle for a while. But first off, I want to say we've had several calls regarding issues in the city, such as drains, sidewalks, and street problems. We started this month. We poured 119 feet of sidewalk. That's on Dixie, West 7th, Broad Street. And then we've also kind of got a plan on our paving, which we were going to start hopefully around the end of April. I'm working with LUC. Of course, you guys know that's where I used to work. I'm trying to coordinate it with them because when I was there, I always hated the city would pave a street and then we'd have a cast iron line there start leaking, and then Mr. Johnson down here wants to know why I'm cutting his street up that he just got paved, so it kind of looks bad on us. So I've coordinated with them. If you've seen 7th Street, that's one of the streets we're going to pave, and they're laying a line through there right now. Hopefully we've got enough window for them to get finished, but they're going to go from Main Street all the way up to the Parman Tank, if you're familiar with where that's at. So we're going to try to work a lot better with them so we can all be more wise with our money and get a better finished product, and they've been really good about that. Also want to say that Randy and them has cleared 8 trees during the storms this month, so that's quite a bit. And I fool with logs and stuff myself, and it is dangerous because you never know what you're going to get. So they've done real good on that. And we're also getting ready to seal and stripe 2 of the city parking lots. 3 of them now. Okay, yeah, we added that one today. I forgot it, but we've actually worked on those today, trying to prep the curbs. Some of those were messed up. We're trying to repair them. I think we're going to go back and maybe even paint some of the curbs after the ceiling's done, or maybe before, just to kind of freshen them up and make them last a little longer by sealing them. Then the mowing, we've also started mowing. We've got a storm drain project that Randy was kind of in the works before I came there that they're getting ready to do in the next few days down on Chinook there. And then our guys they've done a lot of storm grate replacing in the past couple weeks. And I don't know if you guys know it, but we got some people in-house that, they do a really good job with that. They fabricate these, and it's not easy because you're trying to build something a lot of times that, it's a different animal every time. There's no set structure to it. Then also, I'm moving on into our mechanics department, or the shop department, what I'm going to call that. We've had 114 work orders go through, and that's like repairs that are needed. Some of those are planned and unplanned. Most of them right now, I've got some charts if any of you would like to see them. Most of them are unplanned. In other words, it's breakdowns. And if you see these guys down there working, when that comes in, we're robbing parts off other trucks. Just this week, one of the side haulers we had went down. The next one goes down right after it. So we're robbing parts off one to make one truck. And then, of course, the new one, like Randy said, just came in. So that's going to be a big help. And I know these guys were anxious to get it. I think he said they've been waiting about 6 months or so for it. And then on the sanitation side, we did receive that truck. Then we're also waiting to hear back on a grant for the front loader. I think that the mayor just brought up to you guys that you guys were getting a grant for a front loader bed. And then I believe you all were going to approve the chassis. And then the other thing, we were contacted Doug in our office, if you guys know him. LUC had reached out to him about the process of writing off delinquent accounts dating back to 2018. He said the accounts involve garbage, water, and sewer, and non-compliant recycle charges. He said that the LUC needs that approval to write that off from the council, to be able to write that off. So,
We'll be able to write them off our system before they can write them off
Yep.
and find it down there.
Do you guys want to make a motion to approve to write those off?
That's something we do every so often? I mean, Larry,
Yeah.
That's,
okay.
I was told you guys do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't
I
come
think I've come in
since
and
I,
asked a couple of times.
Yeah.
since Doug's
Yeah.
gone over.
I make a motion that we.
Second.
Yeah.
Stacy, second. Roll call.
Like 10-year-old and
yeah,
never gonna get it.
No.
Ms. Little?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Benj?
Yes.
Mr. Jervis?
yeah.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
the next thing I want to talk about, we got a road tractor that they haul the long trailers with from the sanitation department. It's a CNG powered truck. It's currently got a bad pump that's leaking. I think the pump, they said, cost about $5,000. And we're not looking to replace it right away, but like in the future, we're going to need to replace that. The pumps that they have over there, they've got 2 of them. They're obsolete now. The last time they worked on them, they bought all the parts that the dealer had. And they've just been repairing these things and holding them together. If you're mechanically wise, we can go into detail about it if any of y'all want to know. We won't bore everybody here with it, but if you want to know, we can kind of tell you what's going on with them. So in the near future, we're going to have to look at trying to get another road truck, because this is the backup that we're using.
Now, is this a road tractor you're saying?
Yes, it's a road tractor, and every time they take a load to the landfill with it, almost every time it breaks the motor mounts in it. It's basically got like almost a sleeper cab on it. It's not a day cab truck.
How old is the truck, do you know?
I don't remember the year model on it.
It's
Just curious.
probably 2000,
Okay.
2000s.
Yeah, I didn't know y'all had one that was CNG powered, so.
It's been converted over
Oh, it
to
has?
CNG.
Is that something, we bought it that way, or do you know?
I'm not sure where we come up with it. It was
Probably some kind of grant or something to have it done.
It was before my time, and the pumps, you know, it's parked over there where the Laurel County Fire Department used to be. I think it takes 2 pumps all night to fill one of those trucks up. And the pumps that pump it up are bad, and then the pump on the truck is bad, so.
Is there any special equipment on the truck to make it work, the trailer? Is it got a wet line kit on it, or how's that work?
Yeah, it does have a wet line kit on it. And then lastly, I want to mention to you guys, it kind of goes with what's up on the board here. I guess you all are familiar with the Highway 25 project that's, you know, been in the works. At LUC, I know I did a lot of locate for them. It's been going on a long time. But to kind of tell you how it's going to affect us, if you can see this building right here, this is the city garage. And of course, this is going to be the new road. And you can't see the dotted lines that are down here, but that's the existing road. But if you look at these lines here, this is the property line for where we're at. So you can see what it's taken from the city garage. And then we also have a building, it's about right here, isn't it, Randy?
Yeah.
That we have a metal fabricating place in one side and a salt bin in the other. So we're gonna lose that, plus we're gonna lose the majority of this parking lot. So I think we need to start looking at plans to try to relocate now. And I don't know if you're familiar with the LUC building. I had a part in that. It takes some planning to do that, and with what they've got and what we have down at the city garage, it's not something that you can just move out. You know, you can't just go and jump into a place, because the way they work and the things they have to do, it just don't happen that easy. I mean, we moved across the parking lot, and it wasn't easy when I was at LUC, you know, getting all your stuff in there and trying to work around that while you do the day-to-day stuff. And then you got to factor in all the construction that's going to be going on around town during that time. So in the near future, we need to really, I think, start looking at trying to find a place to build. And I've kind of done a little preliminary stuff looking around at what the city already owns. And I can touch base with any of you all if we need to, you know, kind of look at what we're entail in each different spot. So that's all I have. Thank you.
And we've talked about this. We've all known that that's an issue we're going to have to solve. We're working to try to see if we can get some type of grant to help us with the building. But we're essentially losing the entire property, so.
Is it better for you all if you're close to the sanitation department, or does that matter?
It would be helpful in different ways, because even like the budget, you'll see when we get our budget brought up, trying to not have a CDL driver where we could just drive there would be convenient, because the cost of getting CDL drivers has went way up, you know, the time you go through the classes and the training that they're requiring now. So that would kind of be helpful. And we've got, you know, some different properties we've looked at. Some of them we may not be able to do anything on. I reached out to Larry last week about one of them. He's getting some information on it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be there, but, you know, it would be nice.
Did you see anything attractive when you was looking over the city property? Because I'm asking that because I'm on a committee, and I have also been looking at city properties.
Two of the pieces of property I looked at, one of them was across from the city, from the transfer station now, in that bottom, which is very wet. And you're also limited because you got the railroad behind you. You got 192 to the south of you, and then you got the stream there to the east of you. So
That's a swamp.
There's no room for growth
Yeah.
there, and they can use that. Just, you know, we can keep filling some of that, and they can use that for roll-off storage. And they're using most of it right now. The other part I looked at was across 229 railroad tracks on the right, and that's the one I asked Larry about, and we've not really found anything yet on it that says we could do anything, because I think they got some grant money on that, and that may limit what we can do with that property.
Is that when they had the
The other
parking lot?
place,
I'll let the
I
birds
hadn't got a
answer.
chance to talk with Randall about this, but the other place you're looking at, and I don't know if we own it, but is up past the college at where the old co-temple was up on that hill. We own some property, I think, there.
We co-share that with the county.
That would be the ideal place, because, and Justin, he can probably tell a lot of you this, there's not gonna be any really field, it's just gonna be a matter of cut. And we build on a solid foundation right there, and that would have us close to the transfer station, but, as of right now.
That's on top of the hill where they used to dump the
Yeah,
coal trucks.
and that's all.
Yeah.
Right now, that's been the best place that I've found, you know, and I've looked at where the water and sewer exists now, about how to get it there without having to do anything major. So that was probably the easiest and probably the best site that I've seen.
You're talking about where the offices were on the hill, right?
Yeah,
Not the
actually,
dump
up
pad.
on the hill behind the temples, if you go on back, you know, the road used to go on up.
Yeah.
On
Between
back
the
there.
ponds, that's where the offices were.
There's already enough cleared off up there
That's
that you
where
can
the
put
offices
a decent building, but we need more room to park and different.
How would you access that?
That was something too that we've looked into, and I've not got as far as I need to be on that, but like, it would be nice if we could open up TLC Lane.
Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
nice with the
Put the
railroad.
crossing
Yeah.
back, and that would enable us to back and forth.
It'd be nicer for everybody else using the property,
Right.
you know, if we did that for you
And I
guys.
really didn't wanna have to come through in front of the college anyway.
Yeah.
I believe that used to be open, so if we could get that back open, put a crossing in there, that would be ideal, you know, and the water's already over there, sewer's close, we'd have to lay some, but it's already there.
Okay.
Now, what about down next to the existing transfer station and where the recycle center is? I know there's some property there, but I know it's wet over there.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to. There, you just really don't have much of a footprint because the railroad's behind you, which is probably not gonna move.
Yeah.
192's south, and then the stream's there to the east. Plus, that piece of property kind of panhandles. As it
Yeah.
comes out, it starts to
I
panhandle.
went to the ag office and asked them about that early on. They said it was a wetlands, part of it is. Can't do anything.
And I think that's
Cut the
what we're
trees
gonna
off.
encounter with those other two that I mentioned, is wetland stuff, so,
And then you got the area where they fill the trucks up. Is that county property?
yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
But, I don't know how big that lot is. Is that lot big
No,
enough?
It's not big.
It's not big enough.
No.
It didn't look big enough. What do you need, 3 acres or something?
3 acres, I'd say at least to get started, and then, like on that hill where I was saying, there's enough dirt up there you could fill, you just, and kind of branch out and get bigger as you need, start out with a minute building or something that you can get by with and be productive, and then as it grows, if you need more room, you could add on to it. That's the thing you gotta keep in mind. One of the bosses I had at WC, Carl Embry, who I thought a lot of, he always told me early on to try to build for 15 years in a row. Don't build it to serve now, build it for 15 years later.
Yeah, you don't want to be landlocked.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at on that.
Thank you.
Thank you. One other thing is that we're gonna have to look at is on North Main. I feel really good that we're gonna get this sidewalk project for this TAP grant, but we've been really looking at some of that drainage system up there behind the speedway, what's coming off of the parkway. There's a lot of flooding in there, and currently the owner of that lot right directly behind the speedway has the ground opened up, and that's what's stopped the flooding. But if that gets closed back up, and eventually it's going to have to, we're going to have a problem. So I'm going to be going to the state to see how they can help us, because we're going to have new tiles running through there and possibly across Main Street. So there's a lot of that we're going to have to look at. And I'll get something in an email once we get all the drawings and stuff and get it sent to you guys. But hopefully we can get some state money for that, because it's going to be a big project. The next thing on the agenda is to discuss the possible action to suspend the ordinance number 2022-13. That is the pay scale that was set in before any of us took office, and the council members that was here were not very pleased with it either. So we've all discussed this, we've talked about this, suspending this for the time being until we can create a committee and work with DLG and KLC to come up with something else that would be more suitable for the city. So if we can get a motion to suspend that.
I make a motion that we suspend it.
And second,
I'll second.
Holly second.
roll call.
Jump in there, Holly, it's good.
Ms. Little?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Benj?
Yes.
Mr. Jervis?
Yes.
Ms. Green?
Yes.
Second, in us discussing that was, you guys know that we're looking for a new city clerk. I've had a few reach out to me with some figures that they would like to stay at. So giving you guys the ability to help assess that. The number was
We're
talked.
gonna,
Go
we're gonna
ahead.
suspend the current pay grade, so that's not gonna,
Well, you suspended the entire
the
ordinance.
entire ordinance, so we're gonna have to amend the ordinance for the city clerk,
Do a new one.
So,
do a new one.
no, but
Pay scale.
what the pay scale that, you had even talked about, suggested to me, if that's where we're wanting to stay at, give me a range so I know we're all happy.
Right.
You've suspended that. I don't want to not give you an option to be able to make interjection in that. I'm wanting you to have the ability to say, this is what we would like to be at, that way we're all in agreement, it's all transparent.
And it would also matter where they had experience, or they had a lot of experience. We might,
Right,
So-
and that was some of the fear that we had. So it might be something that, do we, call a special call meeting for later, and we present the persons that we feel has experience. How do you want to handle that?
I
I know
think if you get input from us, here's what I think, here's what Stacy, Kelly, Holly, Justin, whoever, you know, then you just weigh it out, we talk about it, put it in place. I mean, that's.
Okay.
Are you needing to
I mean,
hire
that's my
somebody
opinion, but what do you think, Stacy?
soon? You need to know soon?
Well, I mean, we're gonna need to hire a clerk.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
retired and
I didn't know what-
she wants to.
I think it needs to be within the next month to 6 weeks, no.
And we can-
I would say do a
At
special
least.
call meeting and,
But I think-
do we have several applicants right now?
We had
We
5
did.
total that had applied for it. 3 that are highly qualified. With the number that we talked about, or a few had suggested, I don't know that we'll be able to get them for that number, possibly. We're just gonna throw it out. Interviews, we'll be doing another round of interviews this week.
You can't throw a number out till you know what the number is though, right?
Correct, and that's what I was trying to get
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So do we want to talk about that now and just say, hey, we're comfortable with this range? And then we can talk about it at a special called meeting once that person is selected, or what do you want to do?
I picked the grade 10 that was on the schedule that we just suspended.
Which was
Which
66.
is 45 to 66.
Yeah, 45 is not going to get a clerk.
I don't know. Sounds pretty, I mean, with the benefits, it sounds
Is
pretty
that,
good to me.
are we
but that's
talking
range.
again, experienced or non-experienced?
I'm talking about a highly experienced person, that, not somebody that we're just bringing in that has zero experience, and Carol's going to have to do a bunch of training. You know, of course, we want the most
Okay.
qualified person.
I would think that 55 would be good, and that allows you space there to, you know, raise them if need be, you know?
I mean, if you want to do it 55 and hold it there. I was reading about some, the way different cities handle their budget on their personnel. And it said a lot of smaller cities will just choose to list each position in their budget and say, this is what it makes. That way everybody knows how much the budget is, you know, nobody gets surprised with what happened last year. Just an idea, I don't know if you're planning on doing that because I haven't seen the budget for next year. That's a thought.
Yeah, we've
I mean,
just
she
started
said-
working on budgets, the departments individually has, so.
Kelly said
I don't know
55,
if-
was there gonna be what would be the top pay?
Well,
The
we
most
need,
it
we
would go
need to
to?
discuss where we want to top out at, because I think we need to maybe do something like that, wherever we start our scale out, that we top out, you know, with the state. It's a state job,
Took
really.
the scale and put a number on it. They were all numbered anyway, all the scales.
But
on
that
it.
gives us room, I think, to give raises or.
Yeah,
So are we
or
going to
whatever.
require a college degree? Are we going to change the way that ordinance
So-
is written for that position? Or
We've not changed anything.
I don't know what.
Far as the requirements, again, we're gonna start the interview process. You know, I can't say, Carol, I can't say that ordinance does say they have to live in the city limits. There is several of these people that have not, and the highly qualified ones do not live in the city limits. So that will disqualify them.
So then we
what was, I don't know what the
It
thought
needs to-
process was behind it. was.
It needs to be amended because
Yeah, the purpose
If
of
you-
that,
and that's something that we was gonna bring up here today.
If we've got employees that doesn't live in the city limits, I don't know why we make the clerk.
I mean, you might have somebody
Well-
from Lexington that's qualified wants to drive down.
Exactly.
You know,
And I totally agree with
I
that.
don't know why it's in there.
But the ordinance currently reads that the city clerk has to live in city limits and has to be in the limits 1 year prior to taking office. You guys can divert back to the old ordinance and suspend the ordinance that was written last year, or the year?
2 years
The year,
ago.
yeah. So if you want to do that,
Yes.
and then give us the ability to go outside, approving us to go outside the city limits, that would be good.
As far as the qualifications of the person, you know, the mayor works with this person each day,
Right.
a lot, each
Yeah.
day. Carol has been city clerk before and has come back, and she's probably as qualified as anybody to be able to tell you all what she would look for if she was hiring a city clerk.
And she is, Carol, and it's because it's just not me that has to work with the city clerk. We don't want a poisonous environment in the city hall at all. So all of the ladies are taking part in the interview process, and Carol being one of them. Because again, she knows that job and knows it well. She did it for years. But I wanted all of the ladies to be able to take part, HR, you know, and especially since we're dealing with numbers, Sherry was a heavy part in that. So they're all going to be a part of the interviews, and we're all going to be looking for the best candidate together. It's not just something solely that I'm doing.
I think we need to,
But if we,
I think we need to talk about it a little bit more, in my opinion, before we suspend it. Or at least I'd like to at least look at the ordinance that I'm suspending.
okay,
and
well,
review it.
maybe you don't suspend the ordinance. We suspend the portion that the clerk has to live in the city limits.
I mean, it was written that way.
Is that
for some
possible
particular
to-
reason.
And
Well, the only thing I see about
I
that
get what you're saying,
again
Stacy. You wanna
is,
research it,
you
and I
would-
don't blame you
Just a
for
little
that, yeah.
Another
I
week
mean, I
wouldn't
get
hurt.
that.
So do you just want to do a special call meeting and come back in a week, 2 weeks?
a week is fine.
My guess would be just because we have qualified people in the city, maybe the thought process at that time was, you know, hey, let's hire our own, you know, let's take care of our own, we take care of our own, that type deal. But I don't know. I don't know what the thought process was behind it.
I don't see that that's important, that, that position, have to live in the city. We've got, like I said, we've got a lot of employees that live outside.
I think I'd rather wait on all of it. It's my opinion.
Okay.
Just me. I didn't mean
If
to
that,
interrupt you.
no, if that makes you feel comfortable, can we do it in a week,
It's
you
awful
think?
quick. A week, 2 weeks, is that okay?
what do
Carol
you
gonna be able to
need?
be-
Week.
What do
Yeah,
you
we can do a
need
week.
between now and then
Just
to
to go
help
home
you
and read it.
focus on what you do want?
You wanna read those ordinance?
Nothing. I just want to read the ordinance. I didn't bring it with me, wasn't prepared for it.
So,
And the one before it.
My only thought process on that
And
is
what
just
about-
wanting to think about our pay scale. Where do we start and where do we top out at?
And that, you know, I think the long-term goal would be for us, like I said, to get with KLC, DLG, and let's get a good collective plan together to solve the pay scale issue across the city-wide. But for this immediate issue that we have, you know, with the city clerk and what we're gonna pay them, what everybody feels comfortable bringing them in at, that's what we need addressed immediately. Because, again, even doing these interviews this week, they're gonna be asking, hey, what am I getting paid? And we're gonna be like, we don't know.
But the whole, you know, it wouldn't hurt for us to look at, since we've got new council, new mayor, to overhaul, if we need to, the entire grade system.
Well, I mean, if I
But
go-
we don't have time to do that for the clerk.
No,
I'm gonna go back.
And I'm not
And I
talking
get that, and
about the
I
whole,
fully, you know, I agree with that, you know.
I know it's a public meeting, but I can't help but want to ask Carol if she thinks starting somebody out, she's done the job at 55 is a fair,
I think it is.
is fair or not, because she's being clerk, and then we can, you know, that gives us plenty room to, if they're doing a great job, you know, that gives us room to give raises and all that, but do you think that's fair?
I think it's a good starting point.
That's a,
I think
For
so.
someone
great
new.
starting. It's a heck of a salary.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely.
That's all I need to know.
I'd rather wait on.
Okay,
wait
we'll
a
wait.
week, 2 weeks. Are we having a special call meeting this month? Is there another one already
We don't have
in the
one.
works?
no, we don't have nothing
Planning
that
on?
works.
Uh-uh.
But we can
I'd
do it
rather wait.
anytime,
I'd
man.
rather wait and do whatever you want to do. I'd rather at least call.
Give us a week,
A
okay?
week. I'd rather call a few cities, see what they pay, see what they run against.
Okay.
The reason to have them in the city.
And that would, we
Another,
can,
maybe another city our same size, you know.
and we can contact you if we all feel like that we, you know, maybe have a different amount in our head as far as pay or something. They can contact you and let you
Yeah.
know, and that'll
absolutely.
give us a week.
We talked maybe a
We'll
little
come
bit
back
about this.
to-
Not a lot.
Next Monday.
I think we're all on the same page, it needs to.
So you're thinking a week from now, so next Monday?
I will
fine.
not be able to be here.
Okay.
Monday.
You can do it when Holly can be here if you want to do it next, if it's a special meeting next. you wanna go
Tuesday.
on
I'll,
Friday, or do you
I'll be
rather
available on the 13th.
That's all right too.
Yeah, but you all
Is that
decide.
too far? Today's-
No, I mean, it-
13th.
What's
Now,
today?
if so, I mean, I'm wondering, could I,
Third,
I can't
10 days
zoom
from
in?
now.
You can. you can
Can
Zoom.
I vote?
You can vote
Okay.
in a Zoom.
Okay.
I'm in 13, so I mean, if that gives y'all.
Okay, I
You're
can
okay
do,
doing that?
I can do I can do Monday. That'll be fine if I can zoom in and vote.
Monday, okay.
It's all
So
right.
we'll check with Donnie and Kip. Are you good with Monday?
Yeah, I'm good.
I know that's
I wouldn't
Donnie's
be.
worst
Justin?
night,
Yeah.
so if you wanna do it Tuesday.
I'll be out
That's
of
true.
the 17th, the week of the 17th, but if it's
Okay.
this coming Monday, I'm good.
So Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Monday, go
And
ahead.
then we'll reach out to Donnie.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll send you out the ordinances that you're questioning. Carol can get them out to you tomorrow, the old and the new. And then, if you don't have the pay scale, which I think it's already in your Google Drives, you should be able to pull that up. Next,
Holly, you participate, discuss and everything, just like
Oh,
you were
good.
here in person.
Okay.
And Eric can help it.
Yeah, I did that not long
Okay.
ago.
the next thing we're going to talk about is the review the delinquent business license. This is something that I'm not going to read this list out aloud. It's a public meeting. You guys see it. We have made several attempts in becoming into compliance. This is one area that we have to bring before you to make a decision. Since January, everybody has been called, sent letters multiple times. At this point, it's what do you want to do? You have the ability to remove their business license or give them a little bit more time to pay. But it's like today, we went back through this list. Francis did and them did. And some did come and pay. The list did get shortened down some. I think you'll see. We had a couple more that we had to mark off. But essentially, it's not fair to the other businesses that are paying their business licenses in the city. And for those that some of them are quite delinquent.
How many do we have right now that's still outstanding?
What does it look like? About 20?
Do I have that?
Yes.
So these fireworks people, are those people just come in the summertime?
So the fireworks one is, they're not really delinquent because it's for a season thing, but they show up on this list.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that was something I was gonna tell you. There was 29 on here, but we wind up having, like, you can take off the fireworks
All the
ones.
fireworks people are not.
And then there was a few more on the first page, like the fifth one down. That individual is, you don't have to worry about that one. And then there's one on the first page, second one up from the bottom. They came in today. So, but again,
I mean, is it-
And
So
there's
is
one
this
on here
where
that's-
we
you don't
asked
wanna
Larry
give them
to
any
send
more time?
letters out? We done that one other time, Mr. Bryson. Is that the process that we would have to do is just, at this point, if we agreed, you would then send a letter out to them?
Yes, if that would be worth anything. You all have already.
we have sent multiple letters since January, and we have called 3 different times. And some of these places actually stopped by the individuals. We've really been trying to collect these. And
So like this,
if you want to say we can send out another letter, we can. But, we have so many businesses that they do their due diligence and they pay every year, and
Right,
these
it's not
individuals
It's not fair to them, no, I agree with
are
that, yeah.
operating in the
No.
city without
No, it's not.
paying theirs. I mean, some of them several years behind.
So I guess
How much
I
are they?
meant to say, what's our next step?
Well, it varies, and that's another ordinance that we all need to sit down and look at
So-
because
$100, 100 to 200, or
Like
Some,
$100.
that range?
50 to 200,
It's not a
250.
big sum of money.
it's not big sums of money.
If we tell them that we're gonna suspend, I guess we're telling them that, but if we might have to set an example and do it, I
If
don't
you
know.
suspend somebody and they come in and pay the next day, you give it back to them?
Sure.
Yeah.
Once the amounts are paid, we would reissue the
Maybe we're
license.
just sending letters, if sending letters ain't working, we gotta take the next.
Well, and we've actually, we're calling, and then code enforcement has actually went to their locations. It's just not being enforced.
I don't know.
They think you're not gonna All these places are open.
Yes.
I would just, whatever we need to do, I'd probably
So
do.
what we would like at City Hall is ask council to approve us to send them a termination of their business license, letting them know in the letter that if they do come and pay it, that we will reinstate it.
Yeah,
But we're just trying to make it a fair
okay.
process.
So on the letter, you're gonna give them 5 days or something? Just
No,
it's not-
No.
don't
we
say it's
suspend it
done today.
immediately, but if they come and pay it, we'll reinstate it.
I just trying to avoid somebody getting shut down for the weekend or something, but I mean, if they've already been told a lot. If you put 3 days on there or something, so they don't,
So we're like one more last chance.
if they get it on a Friday, like, well,
But-
at least I can go in Monday.
I mean, you could put
clear
3
this up.
days if you need to, right on there. instead
We
of
can,
4 days.
if it makes you happy,
That's-
you know, you have 3
Yeah.
days effective from this letter
I mean,
to
yeah.
come in and pay, or we're
Or the beauty
suspending your
shop
license.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has always been a
Transmission
problem,
place.
so
Here's what's
I
gonna
agree
happen.
with whatever next step is.
You know, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have people come in and say, well, I didn't know. I would pay, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's, you know,
They
and
know.
now you've suspended,
Well,
so the 3-day cushion might be a good idea.
Well, before we brought this to you, and so we could be in compliance, we at City Hall have really done our due diligence, because I did not want to even, because the list was massive. It was really big. I mean, we had 175 people that had not paid.
Oh, wow.
And we're down to 29.
Yeah.
So we've been working hard. The staff, they've done great. I'm proud of City Hall. But these individuals just say, we're not paying, so.
Okay. Well, we might break bad on these businesses.
So,
now.
but we'll
say
we'll
we
put
said
in there, from the date that we
Send me.
issue the letter, you have 3 days, then your license will be terminated, and letting them know that if you come and pay the full amount due, we'll reinstate you.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
I make a
Well,
motion
get rid of
that
the
we do a 3-day letter on these business license of people that are delinquent. And
days, 3
at
days
that
on the
point, we will suspend.
Okay, a second,
Second.
roll call.
Ms. Little?
Yes. I mean, this
Mr.
has
Young?
always been a problem.
Yes.
Mr. Bench?
Yes.
Mr. Jervis? Ms. Green?
Yes.
Mr. Jervis?
The next thing on the agenda is very easy. The city does this every year. It's just a Road A Cooperative Program Agreement that we do with the Transportation Cabinet, and we have to do this every fiscal year. The city's been doing this for some time. So this is something that we will have to get you guys to sign before leaving, but I do need to get approval for this resolution for this agreement between us and the Transportation Cabinet.
Make a motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
roll call?
Ms. Little?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Bench?
Yes.
Mr. Jervis? Ms. Green?
Yes.
Is there anything else that you guys need to discuss tonight?
I don't know if this is the time or not, but Justin and Kelly and I, we've started looking over a lot of the sidewalks in town, taking some pictures, so we're gonna have a report for you next time.
Okay.
On that downtown beautification sidewalk committee that we're on.
Yep.
One thing we did notice when Justin and I were riding around, I don't know if you, on Dixie Street next to Veterans Park, speed limit's 45 miles an hour. If I may eat my words on this, but I think it needs to be lower. I don't know if it's-
Dixie Street?
And that's at one of our streets, I believe.
No, it'd be Whitley Street, wouldn't it?
No, it's
Or
Dixie.
No, that's Dixie.
Dixie, that's the side behind the stockyards, right.
That's a state road.
That's a state also? Okay.
Starting at Barry's office and going towards 25.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, is it really? Okay.
but
I got-
Main Street is too, and it's 25 miles an hour, right? So, I mean, do we have to get something from the state? Do we ask them if we can?
If things decide, I can talk to Mr. Hoffman we can talk to him at the state.
Well, if you're gonna do the state, I was gonna mention Whitley also, so on both sides, it's 45 right there. And that- and on Whitley, that's state also, and
I'll tell you what concerns me there is just because if a
I
car did go
I drive it
off
every
the
day.
road,
That's dangerous.
35
You are
would be
in the
nice,
park.
Even,
Yeah.
maybe even with something that said park on it.
So,
Some flags flashing, whatever you can get.
what we'll have to do for Randy even goes to them is we'll have to get a resolution, because it's a state road, for you guys requesting it to be dropped down to that, we can do that on the next special called meeting.
Next month.
Larry can get the one on
Well, let's
next
come to
month.
an agreement on what it needs to be, what the speed limit needs to be.
What do you think it needs to be, Randy or Philip? It's 30,
Well, it starts
45?
out, I
On
think
both
it starts
sides.
out 25 when you make the turn. And
It's
then,
35, and then at the start.
Right at the bottom of the hill.
it goes to 45.
Okay.
Right
And
there.
it doesn't matter, because past our house, you think it's the Audubon.
yeah, as soon as they turn down South Dixie Street coming off of First
It
Street,
might
they
help with that
fly.
Myers-Baker-Whitley junction also to slow people down a little bit.
I thought 35 sounded all right. Did you think that's too fast?
I mean, that's a narrow little stretch of road.
I know.
And some official vehicles fly more than others.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That is a very dangerous spot
Chief,
there.
what would you
Just get
suggest? 35? The
There we
chief
go.
suggests 35.
State's got their own,
Way of doing it.
Their own,
their own recommendations, scales.
but we
Yeah,
can
but
shoot
we're gonna
for
still
35.
have, they'll want a resolution, so we'll put it on the next meeting.
And make it for
35
both
is what
sides,
we're
make it for
suggesting.
Dixie and 363, Whitley and Dixie.
Whitley and Dixie.
Whitley's worse than Dixie as far as, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
damn.
traffic.
Dixie's bad
Come
enough.
off of Town Hill there, coming in toward town, like from Myers Baker, when you drop over the hill, it used to go to 25 right there, but they moved it back up.
I know, we got sidewalks there. I mean, it's
In the
kind
road.
of a oxymoron there, because it's really, you know.
There's been a lot of wrecks right there on that hill, including me.
It's not, it cancels each other out there,
Yeah,
man.
and over by Kip's house, it's 45 down there, I guess they fly.
Yeah,
wanna be
it's
right.
like Daytona.
And I did have some people ask, I don't know if this is possible, on the Dixie Street section where Veterans Park is, you know, it's a bank over into where people walk. They said it feels unsafe. Be nice to have a guardrail up there. I know that's expensive,
That's good.
but that sidewalk's right there.
Oh, yeah, if you're,
If it's one we're talking about, we'll just forward.
You've been working on it, yeah.
No, he's talking about.
Yeah. Because cars go so fast down there, if they were to go off.
If they run
hill
off
or
the road there, if they lose
kill 20
control
people.
and somebody's walking down through there, you got a disaster.
We've asked also, you know, how you got, when you come from Murray's office, Ward, you got thing, your street lights, then you get that dead spot.
Yeah.
We'd asked, and somehow they lost the work order, so we're having to resubmit it, so Mayor Weddle can get KU to come and add, I think I asked for 4 or 5 more lights through there. Just to
Yeah.
brighten it up.
It's dark in that curve there, isn't it? Yeah. They mentioned, they said when they're
So-
walking down under the road, you know, it looks like cars
You're
come over on
wanting
you.
the resolution for Whit Street to be 35, the entire street?
I
Just
think
that's,
it'd be good.
the stretch from 192 to Dixie.
I think it ought to be all the way to the 192.
That's what it said.
Yeah, I
Is
do,
that what
all
you're
the
saying?
way.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And then Dixie as well.
If we could do that, however we start that
I
process.
mean, you're going to have that campground going in anyway.
Well, we'll get the
You already got- you
resolutions
got
for the
the
Monday
tracking
meeting,
supply.
and then you guys
You
can
guys can
approve
sit
them
in my
then.
driveway.
Southeastern,
We'll call
and,
the state too and see what they're.
Oh, yeah, in the meantime, Chuck, I don't know if y'all wanna write some speed tickets.
Randy,
Y'all set
one
up
thing I wanted to
around
mention
the
is there is a big
church.
tree,
You see
and I
they
know
run
you've been
50
working in
miles an hour
trees, so
through
don't
there.
kill me. At 13th Street, at the cemetery, the storm, there is a huge tree.
They've already got it. We're gonna fix that.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good,
Yeah, I done looked at it today, we're gonna start on it tomorrow.
awesome.
Yeah,
Good.
there's a citizen reached out to us.
Saturday,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so is
I
that,
knew you was probably busy.
if it was a guardrail put in on Dixie Street, that would be the state to have to put it in?
yes,
Even though-
that's the,
And that's something else we can, when he reaches out to
I can
them.
reach out to them on that also.
That's probably not even, okay, that's great. And whatever you
If
can
you slow
do,
them down and add the lights.
that helps tremendously
And
with
if we
it.
raise the sidewalk up or not, they should slow them down.
That place is getting a lot of use. Great, thank you.
Chris, does tourism got anything they wanna talk to council about?
Provided a report there on your.
Is that it?
Always here.
Paula, you got anything you wanna?
Just busy, we did put out a press release today thanking the city and the county working together for the grant for the building down in the Lilly Industrial Park, 105,000 square foot building to, get that started, but, that's exciting. We're starting work on a piece of property down the Pennington Park on West 80 and starting our search for future properties since our inventory is extremely low. So busy, we need lots of spaces for new businesses, we need buildings, grow in leaps and bounds, and so thank you for that.
Thank you, guys. Anything else, council? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Second, roll call. Thank you, everybody, for attending the council meeting.
Thank you.
Mr. Gaines?
Yeah.
Vince?
Yes, yes.